You are listening to That Big CEO Energy, where we talk all things business, life, marriage to create an impactful community, teaching you how to lead your life and your business with compassionate strength. It can be scary stepping out from the barriers we still carry while we were once employees and change the narrative to take charge of your business and team. This podcast is a place for you to come to learn to do just that. From personal experiences, interviewing new friends, I hope that you will tune in to listen all that living that big CEO energy can offer you and your business. I'm your host, Callie, entrepreneur and fractional COO. Let's jump in. Welcome back to the brand new, very first episode of That Big CEO Energy. And what a better first episode to talk about than a morning routine, right? I'm sure that you have seen it all over Instagram and all over YouTube, people creating their perfect morning routine. And I'm just going to be very honest. I never really have been a morning person. Do I get up in the morning and have success in making it through? Sure. Do I like it? Absolutely not. So I really love the mid to late mornings, and I love to have a slow morning with my coffee and just the quiet. However, if you are a mom, you know that the only time you get is the quiet when everybody is still sleeping. And so I always like to take the time that I can to really explore what does my morning routine look like. And when we're talking sort of about this big CEO energy, most of our day working as a CEO and doing the things that we need to do in the business really starts from the time we wake up. So we are going to start by going over some of the things that I do at night, the things that I do in the morning, and then some of the things that I also do in the afternoon just to make sure that my day is really moving smoothly. But overall, I do my best work right in the morning, right when I start my work day. Now, you're probably thinking, why in the world do you hate the mornings if everything you love about them is wrapped up in the morning? I know. Great question. Someday, not today, I'm sure I'll have an answer for you, but with that, I've noticed that creating a sustainable morning routine with habits that I really enjoy is how I'm able to have my big CEO energy throughout the day. It really sets me up for success for the rest of my day. And I also notice that when I'm rushed in the morning or I don't sleep well the night before, it really throws off my day and I'm really unfocused. So let's unpack the morning routine. Like I said, it really starts with the night before. And if I'm going to spin or the gym in the morning, I will lay out my clothes in the bathroom because I just know that the bathroom is the first place that I go. I will also make sure that my coffee pot has coffee in it and water in the reservoir is filled. And I make sure that my breakfast items are grouped together in the fridge so I can just grab and make or grab and eat. Now, how I sleep also plays a big part into how my morning shapes up. I was gifted a weighted blanket from my husband, Chris, for Christmas. And let me tell you, if you are a light sleeper or have trouble staying asleep, I cannot recommend getting a weighted blanket enough. It seriously has changed my life. Before the weighted blanket, I had a second comforter just on my side. And while it works super well, I would get way too warm. This blanket though, I just can't say enough good things about it. So if you're on the fence, I'm telling you right now to go ahead and take the plunge. To make sure my sleep goes undisturbed unless it's an emergency, I also created a sleep routine on my phone and it sets everything to do not disturb, and you can create automation so that if you have certain family members that could potentially need to get a hold of you for emergencies, they're still able to call. And this is beneficial that because I'm such a light sleeper that hearing the phone vibrate or even illuminate on silent will wake me up. And blackout curtains are the final thing that I have that are the game changer. Before I met Chris though, I had such a disdain for sleeping with a fan that I thought I had to have the perfect, quiet, dark room. And I did, but now I'm really enjoying the hum of the fan, and it truly helps a ton. But those blackout curtains, there is something about them that are also a game changer. I tend to get up somewhere between 5 and 6 a.m. depending on the whole gym situation. I really enjoy going to the gym in the early morning because there are literally minimal people there. And I completely miss the bro hour that tends to happen. I lifted in the bro hour for years, and well, this lady is just a little too old for all of that nonsense now. But when I awake, I won't lie, I check my phone to see what I missed, but really is just sort of letting Chris know that I'm up because he is up and out of the house by 4:40 a.m. So I always like to check in with him and tell him good morning. Y'all, having someone care for you so deeply that they send you a good morning, I love you is literally everything. And it honestly just sets the tone for my morning and makes me extremely happy. It's really great. I do not, however, check my Instagram or my emails. I save that for actually when I sit down to work because I feel like it's just a time suck and I get into the mode of scrolling. I generally stumble into the bathroom to get dressed and brush my chompers, pop in my contacts, and make my bed. Yeah, I am one of those 99.9% of the time make my bed people. Not because I feel like it motivates me. I know that there's a huge thing online about, making your bed and the impact that it has. But honestly, I do it because it's a habit that I've had since I was little. I would not even be able to get on the bus to go to school if my bed was not made. So I literally do it out of habit, but I also do it because I thoroughly enjoy our bed and I love making it look pretty. I enjoy that when I walk into my bedroom that I see something I truly, truly have set up for me and my husband to enjoy. Our bed is pretty special to us because it's helped both me and my husband create a safe space where we can come and meet each other where we are, tough conversations, laugh and dream about the future together. It's just a place where when we lay our heads down at night and we look at each other, we know that the day has come to a close and we get to just decompress and love on each other. So I thoroughly love our bed. And so after I get done making it, I head to the kitchen and I fill my Yeti full of water. I drink lemon water every morning, not because I think there is some scientific evidence. I mean, it does have large amounts of vitamin C, more so than oranges, so I do drink it for that, but I do drink it because I thoroughly enjoy it, and honestly, it helps get my water down. So then I'll grab my coffee and vitamins and let both of our dogs out. Both of our dogs are so conditioned for their morning routine that when my bedroom door opens, they expect food and to be let out. And so to calm the tippy taps on the floor, we do just that because it is no holds barred when I step out into the hallway and they see me. Number one, they're excited just to see me, but also they know that the food is coming. I haven't been a breakfast person most of my life. Let me rephrase that. I love breakfast food. Don't get me wrong. I don't love eating breakfast super, super early in the morning. I do train with just liquid in my system, and by the time I get home, I'm hungry, but honestly, I could go to noon without eating. I have noticed lately, though, that not eating in the morning leaves me pretty distracted in the mid-mornings with work and I lose focus. So I've been trying to get better about it. It isn't perfect by any means, but yet again, another thing I can work on this year, right? And so usually this is about the time where I grab a shower, and I always try to put on some sort of clothes that don't involve pajamas. I am trying to make it my mission to get out of yoga pants. Not that I think there's anything bad about them, but there's just something about putting together an outfit that when you are leading a business or working behind the scenes, your mind shifts from lounge to being productive. And so I try to encourage my appearance to be as if I was going to an office. I mean, granted, I don't do like business casual or anything, but jeans and a t-shirt, but primarily because it just makes me feel better about my day and it makes me feel more prepared. Again, this isn't every day, but we're just trying our best here. And then before I even start my workday, I put my desk in the standing position. If you follow me over on Instagram, you know that I have a flexi spot desk, but I will mention it here. I'll leave a link below. I have no affiliation with them. I just think that they are super great and they do wonders for the body. So I'll put my desk to the standing position and I'll do my Bible study. I currently have women's Bible study on Thursday morning and one before church on Sunday. So I have those to work through. And then I always just spend time in prayer, just asking God to lead me where He would want me to go for the day and cause a stir in my heart that I would do in action and in word that is pleasing to His sight. Then I work through my planner, and I have Franken-planned my planner. And so what that means is I have created categories in my planner. So for instance, I have my habit section in the beginning where I record the habits that I'm trying to master. This has been, again, really beneficial, especially for me in the morning, to stay on task and make sure that I am getting my brain prepared for the day. With my habit section where I record them, I will just kind of break down my morning routine and record the things that I want to have done. I have some things for the afternoon that are listed in there too, but mostly it's just me trying to stay on task with my morning. The next section is my brain dump section. It's just filled with lined paper where I can brain dump any thoughts or to-dos that I need to get done. And then I move them to the next section, which is my home section, where I write down what I need to do in our personal lives, like therapy appointments, doctor appointments, school, things for Daniela, cleaning, the day I need to take my medication, etc. And my financial section actually comes after that. I follow the budget mom and her principles, so I always like to spend time each morning to record my transactions, pay my bills, make sure there's no fraudulent activity that's on there, and just make sure that I'm on track with my financial goals that I'm trying to achieve this year. I have a business section behind that, which is an hourly planner. And this is where I record my top 3 must-dos and any meetings that I have going on that day. I do have my Google Calendar, which I use all the time, but I just love the paper planner. So it's super easy that I can glance down when I'm working on something else and just make sure that I am following my day according to plan. And this hourly planner also has a to-do list for each week. So I spend some time getting focused on projects that I'm working on. And then my final section is my future section, which holds the rest of the months in the monthly format. So as things come up that I know I'm going to need to transfer in when I get ready to switch out my months, it's ready for me. And what I'll say with the Franken Planner is I have just 1 month at a time in there for each section because it does get pretty heavy. But having that monthly section at the end where it has the monthly layout of all the extra months still helps me be able to keep track of things that are coming up and make sure that I'm meeting deadlines. So it's been beneficial to work in that manner. After working through that, I just move on to my gratitude journal and I write down 5 things that I'm grateful for and 10 things that I want to accomplish with no time required. And the thing I'm currently working on. So then I will read for 10 minutes. That is a must that I have started doing at the top of this year, and I really enjoy that. I set a timer, and when it's done, I'm done. And generally by this time, I'm ready for my second cup of coffee. So I fire up my Keurig behind my desk and dash downstairs for some creamer, and now I'm ready to start my workday. Every morning is a little bit different, but each morning I work through my Google Calendar, check my emails, my Asana, and get my bearings for what kind of day I'm going to have. And while this morning routine may seem a little bit extensive, it really is pretty simple. It grounds me and allows me to check in on the best parts of me and continue to be the dreamer and get my brain organized for the day. So my morning routine really sets me for not only today, for the rest of the week and what's coming down the pipeline, because I'm constantly checking in with myself on all different areas of my business. And if that's one thing that I could leave with you, is when you create a morning routine, being able to sort of get your bearings and go through each section of your life as a CEO and look at your life from a 500-foot view can really enhance the way that you move throughout your day and move through your task list. And if there is another key thing that I could say, is just start with trial and error. Start with what feels good and create a habit tracking with certain things that you would like to implement. By tracking them and having to check a box or fill in a square, you are making it possible for you to create discipline to do whatever it is that you want to, including in your morning routine. I hope you guys found some inspiration from this routine, and I hope that if you are finding yourself feeling a bit discombobulated in the mornings, it is possible to work backwards and create a routine that sustains your whole day. Ultimately, creating a sustainable routine will cause you to have that incredible big CEO energy, and having a kick-ass morning routine gives you empowerment for that big CEO energy.
Thanks for listening to That Big CEO Energy. If you heard something today that helped you, I would love it if you would leave a review and share it with your friends. This helps more people like you become inspired just like you are. If you would like to learn more about how I can help you streamline and position your business for growth or lead your business as a CEO, feel free to jump into the show notes with all of the links to find me, and don't forget to head over to Instagram so we can be pals.